What's up, guys? Coach John Wojo here with JW Fitness answering yet another question. I have my workouts down, but my diet is not on track. I need someone to help me with a plan that will cover all 120 grams of protein per day. Any thoughts? I'm lost and struggling. All right. Your plan, if you want 120 grams of protein a day, this is my recommendation, is I don't know if this is a male or a female and what your body weight is and what your goals are, but if you're trying to create a diet for yourself, first be realistic on how many times per day you would like to eat or you can eat. What is your plan? How many meals per day? Let's start there. And then you're going to roughly evenly divide the grams of protein that you need per day into those meals. So whether it's 4 meals a day, then you're going to have 30 grams of protein per day. This might be a female because it's 120 grams of protein is not a tremendous amount. So if this is a 120-pound female, let's say, and she's aiming for a gram of protein per pound of body weight per day, that's 30 grams of protein per meal. Next, you got to look for foods that equate to roughly 30 grams of protein, whether that's, off the top of my head, is like a small can of tuna fish or like 3 ounces of chicken breast or whatever, and visualize that and say, can I eat that 4 times a day? Do I need to spread this out to like 5 meals a day or 4 meals a day and a protein shake or whatever? Do I want to eat that amount of food in one sitting? Is it something that you can handle? Because if this was like 250 grams of protein a day over 4 meals, like that's likely not going to happen. That's a lot of protein at each meal. You want to spread that out over 5 or 6 meals. So point is, how many meals can you eat per day? Spread your protein out relatively evenly amongst that number of meals per day. So you're going to create each meal around your protein source, because in my opinion, a meal isn't a meal without a protein source. I mean, that's protein, amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Protein is an absolute requirement for building muscle. And then you're going to fill in the gaps of your total daily calorie requirements with some carbs and fats at each meal. And that's how you do it. And there's no secret to it. You could go to websites like Calorie King or simply look on the packages of the foods that you typically buy and understand how to read food labels and break out a pen and paper or a spreadsheet and literally create your meals. Like, that's how it's done. Like I create my meals in an Excel spreadsheet. So I will, going right from the labels of the foods that I buy, if there are labels to them, if it's just like chicken thighs or whatever, I typically just use Calorie King is the source that I just happen to choose to find my nutritional breakdown of different foods that I eat. And that's what I'll do. I'll say, 8 ounces of ribeye, a bison burger. I'll look at the label, so much rice or so much broccoli or whatever, and I'll put the line items and I will add up all of the protein in one column, all of the carbs in another column, all of the fat in another column, and that all adds up to the amount of calories for the day. And I'll tweak and make changes to make sure that everything fits roughly where I would like to be in order to hit my macro goals and therefore my calorie goal for the day. And it's going to take a little bit of work, but that's the planning portion of it. Once you plan it, you put in the hours. It shouldn't take that long, but once you put in the work in advance, in the planning of your meals, in the planning of your nutritional plan, then there won't be a need to track what you eat every day, because you should be eating basically the same things every day. You've created a plan. It is a roadmap for success, and all you've got to do is follow it. So you need that. You need to put in that time and effort to just educate yourself a little bit on macros and calories and, the fact that protein and carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram and fat is 9 calories per gram, and alcohol, ethanol found in alcoholic beverages is 7 calories per gram, and understand how to calculate all that stuff up so you can, figure this out for yourself. because, you know, you're going to pay big dollars to have somebody else figure it out for you. And then at the end of the day, if they're not figuring it out using the foods that you otherwise like to eat, then you're not going to follow the plan anyway. So it's always better to educate yourself and figure it out on your own and create the meal plan on your own, because that's the one that you're going to follow. And the one that you're going to follow is the one that's going to help you succeed. Guys, I hope you appreciate the content. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon.